So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. Out of the gun, it's Young. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker.
And this throw will be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Saints are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Finding Taysom Hill complete. A solid stiff arm. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's Matthew Hayball now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to...
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a fumble. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Here we go now on 1st and goal. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now here's Young. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. He's just got to throw this one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The play fake. Now Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. No gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Hawk 70. 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw, Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks.
Across midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Let's go. Come 19. Come 19. Ready.
Young to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Panthers at 11-5 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brooks. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Ready.
Young going to give to Brooks. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Set, go.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Waddle, 70 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line. Going out of bounds. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
79 Broncos.
From the shotgun, it's Young. That's pulled in by Brooks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
They'll throw again. Young. Flush to his right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Storms are mine, but you know she living major.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. Check go.
Young now. Escaping the pressure right. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going to try and throw. Dancing to his left. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready? Track 80. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Now Young. Buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Ready? They smash. Cougar 19.
Now Young. Eluding the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Touchdown, Saints. Davante Adams, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Let's go.
Final play of the half, Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Here is Young. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here we go with Kamara. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The Shaheed going to go in motion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
Caught on the right side by Adams. Touchdown! Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow maybe. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Gets this complete to Shaheed. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defense.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's Young. Flush to his right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Brooks, 50 yards. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also...
It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that they... And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
Hey, check that. Let's go now.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Set. Go.
On 3rd down, they go with Brooks. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Carolina!
Jonathan Brooks
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Rolling to his left. He's got a man. Complete.
Now he's into the clear again. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On play action, they'll throw.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And Shaheed going to go in motion.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Young being chased out left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
A handoff running left, Brooks. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On the move to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. The Shaheed going to go in motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Young now, after the fumble recovery, steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And now here's another interception. Jair Elam makes the pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Throwing, Young. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Young now. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And the Panthers turned away on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
It's caught at the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
That's caught, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now. Ready.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Off the play fake, Young out to his left. This one into the hands of Thielen. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Out of the gun, it's Young. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Come on. Set. Check go.
Young to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.